What it do, ladies and gentlemen? It's your host, the smoothest fingers in the gaming industry, bringing you another Halo Esports video here on the Comp channel. Hopefully you're having a wonderful, blessed, God-given day. Hey, today we got some Halo Infinite news here on the Comp channel. I just uploaded a video yesterday with some Halo Infinite news. Hey, it's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great time for Halo Infinite. And today we get to discuss the first tournament that's going to be launching on Halo Infinite. I'll leave a link in the description to the tweet and to the website so you can check it out for yourself. But we're going to go ahead and hop right on into this, and we'll talk about it throughout the video. All right, so as you can see here, you'll see the website, Kickoff Major Raleigh 2021. Yes, this will be hosted in Raleigh, North Carolina. Been there a few times myself. Not the best place, not the worst place. Could be better. Like I said, it could be worse. I will tell you right now that a lot of my family are from this area. So like I said, take it for granted when you visit there if you go to this event. But my personal opinion, it's all right. It's all right. It's not bad. It's just, like I said, it's not great. So we're going to talk about that. But first, we're going to hop on over to the esports section on Twitter that HCS posted. They talked about it very, very briefly in this little dialogue that we have here. You can check out all the comments. I'm not going to read all the comments. We're going to go through that and break it down right here on this video in a second. But again, it will be on December 17th to December 19th. If you guys aren't familiar with when Halo Infinite releases, it releases on December 8th. So this is about 10 days, 9 days right after the game comes out. For those of you who really just want to go ahead and just start competing right off the rip, hey, go ahead, jump into it. I'll let you guys know what is going to be going on with me later on down the line when I get a little bit more things figured out. We still have over about 2.5 months left for this even to come out. So there's some things that have to take place for me and some other things at this time. Again, we got Valorant Berlin happens right before this. So it's going to be a competitive, fun time for the channel, for me, and for people who love esports in general. So again, $250,000 starting prize pool. That's really good to start off with. We'll see how it goes and gets better over time, but really good to start off with already. It's going to be fun to see how much of that is into the open bracket, into first, second, and third place, and then for the top 8 as well. It's going to be fun to see how that distributes, but we'll talk about that right now. Viewer tickets are on sale starting tomorrow. Today is the 28th is when you'll see this. On the 29th, you'll be able to see that. I'm not buying any spectator tickets. You won't see me spectating. I'm either going to coach in it or compete in it. I'm probably for surely not going to compete in it. I'll probably coach in it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. You won't see me just walking around the venue, not coaching or not competing. Like, it's just not going to happen. So let's hop right on into the Kickoff Major. You guys can look at all of this. You can see all of what they talked about here and go through this. I'm not going to read everything for you. I just broke down everything. So again, you'll be able to see the spectator and VIP tickets. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to know the most about. It was their COVID protocol. I firmly believe, with this being Microsoft, and you know who runs Microsoft, Mr. Bill Gates himself, I firmly thought in my head they were 100% going to make it vaccine only to do this. And look, I don't care what you do with your body. All right. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your body. I'm not going to tell you how to live with regards to your health. I'm never going to tell you that. I'm never going to be an advisement or advisory on that. I am against mandations. That is it. I don't think you should force anybody to do anything with their health. This is not a one size fits all in any regards on any situation regarding any health protocol. That's just simply the truth. I firmly believe in your rights and your natural God-given rights. And not only that, what the law says. The law specifically says all your medical records should be private. This is something you should have learned, and if you're not familiar with, go check it out. That is a complete, and it should be stated, a law between you and your doctor. So I'm not going to sit here and give you a lecture about this protocol. I'm not going to go through and say what I dislike, what I like. I'm just telling you what they're saying, but I am very surprised at this. I thought they would do vaccination, just 100% vaccination. I thought that was really the route they were going to go to, but it's good to see that they're not, because again, some people feel a certain way about not getting vaccinated, and again, that is they're feeling their job, and again, it's between them and their doctors, between this vaccination stuff. It's between me and my doctors to see whether or not I get vaccinated or unvaccinated too as well. But so we'll talk about it regards to this event. Again, to enter the venue, all attendees and staff must attest to their health status each day. Entrance into the venue will not be allowed without attesting each day, and no exceptions will be made. So what you're going to have to do, they're going to check you. That's essentially what they're saying. You're going to have to get a test, no matter if you're vaccinated or you're unvaccinated. All attendees must also present proof of vaccination as well as photo ID each time they enter the venue. For those not vaccinated, you must provide proof of negative COVID-19 PCR test results from within at least the prior 72 hours each day, along with a photo ID each time they enter the venue. So again, unvaccinated people can't attend this event. You can do this 100%. Great. I think this is a great idea. I don't think you should split your fan base based on any health protocol. It doesn't make any sense. You should never try to split your fan base at any point. And I love to see that. I love to see them accommodating for two sides of the spectrum and still be like, hey, look, we just want to make sure this is the protocol that we have to use because the state's requirement. But this makes the difference for future events. This is only North Carolina who has these protocols. What's going to happen when they go to New York? What's going to happen when they go to California? They're going to have to abide by those laws in place in those situations. And look, Halo already struggles. Let me say this again. It already struggles with fan base, supporter base, people attending. There's not a lot of people like it used to be for Halo. And you can say, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people for HCS. Really, that hasn't been the case with Halo 4 and Halo 5. It hasn't been like Call of Duty. It hasn't been like Activision. It hasn't been like Valorant. There's not like a whole bunch of people who are going to come support these things. I'm just going to be honest with you. We got to build back. Cannot afford to split up the fan base or the supporter base at this moment. Regardless of your opinions, that's just the facts. This thing will slowly burn into the ground if we don't come up with some way of doing this. Even if we have to host it in Florida, if we have to host it in Texas, Tennessee, North Dakota, South Dakota, wherever people are allowed to go and attend and be and play and, you know, have fun and not be restricted, we have to accommodate that. But again, there has to be some type of protocol. I do understand that, look, this is not their job. This is not a political thing. There has to be some type of protocol. And I'm not going to sit here and debate about it. I just said we don't need to split the base. That's all I have to say. That masks will be required to enter the venue. I'm not at all surprised about that at all. As per usual, security will be on site conducting bag checks, and all attendees will be required to pass through medical detectors each time you enter the venue. Please be aware that no backpacks or large shoulder bags will be permitted inside the venue. And patrons should be prepared with clear bags to be checked with security. If you're going to carry a controller, which a lot of us do, a controller, thumbsticks, however you want to carry this stuff, G Fuel, whatever, it has to be in a clear bag. They're going to check the G Fuel. They check G Fuel for me at almost all Activision tournaments. Back in the day with HCS, when we used to drink, you know, like Red Bull and stuff like that, they would check these things. Basically, just bring a clear bag. That's all you have to do. Walk in. They're not going to trip about most things. They're just going to check it, make sure there's no alcohol, make sure there's no guns, you know, the traditional stuff. Make sure no backpacks or anything are permitted on the floor. Pretty, you know, at this time, you know, back in the day you could do that, but at this time, this is pretty standard protocol. So again, bring your controller, bring some energy drinks, pretty much that's it. You know, that's pretty much all you're going to be able to bring. That's all I ever bring to these events. I don't even bring really controllers. Usually they're provided for me with the pro stuff. But again, for this tournament, might be a little different. So, you know, again, take that with a grain of salt. We'll see how that goes. Inside the venue, masks must remain on all attendees, including players and staff at all times without exception. This is a local requirement. So again, they're saying, hey, this isn't our rule. This is the government's rule, local government's rule. And if they're abiding by this local government rule, I can almost tell you 100% sure when they go to New York, when they go to California, because why wouldn't you have the Halo championships at some major city? I hope they never go there. I really do. But it's also critical to note that the COVID-19 landscape is ever changing, and we'll do our best to keep you posted. Moving on, open bracket. The open bracket. Big open brackets where any team can compete is a part of the Halo Esports DNA. We all know this. This will be a double elimination bracket where the top 8 teams will move on to the next stage of the tournament. The top 4 from the winners bracket moving forward into pool play, and the top 4 from the elimination bracket or lower bracket moving on to the championship bracket, starting in the elimination bracket portion. What they're saying is the top 4 of winners are going to pool play. You're going to be able to play in the pool play. You're going to be able to do that. The bottom 4 are going to go to an elimination or the lowers bracket. So they're going to immediately get put into the elimination bracket. Like immediately, you don't even get a chance to compete, to not go into the lower bracket. You're going straight to the lower bracket. I like that. Good idea. Pretty much, you know, everything we've been doing in Halo and what we used to do back in Call of Duty, pretty much easily, you know, like I said, it's pretty easy. We will be providing accommodations and travel stipends for 16 qualified teams made up of teams for North America, Latin America, Europe, and Australia, New Zealand. Teams will be drawn into 4 pools of 4 where they will be joined with the top 4 teams from the open bracket to play in a single round robin format. The top 2 teams from each pool will go into the winners portion of the championship bracket. The 3rd place team will go into round 3 of the elimination portion of the championship bracket. The 4th place team will go into round 2 of the elimination portion of the championship bracket. And finally, the 5th place team will go into the first round of the elimination bracket where they will face the bottom 4 from the open bracket. Look, I know this is confusing. It's highly confusing. I understand this, but let me just break this down a little bit easier for you without having to read through this. What's going to be happening is there's an open bracket, and then there's pool play where the pros are. The bottom 4 that come out of the pool play, or excuse me, open bracket, there's 8 teams. The bottom 4 are going to go straight into the losers bracket. So they are fighting for their lives immediately as soon as they get there. The top 4 are going to fill out the rest of pool play. So there's going to be a certain amount of pools and a certain amount of groups. They're going to go straight into the pool. This is stuff that is relatively easy for anybody who's been following Call of Duty back in the day when it was the CWL, not the CDL. Anybody who understands HCS and has been a part of HCS, this is pretty much the standard format for almost any open bracket LAN that's always been there. So again, they'll head into pool play where they'll fight in the pool play. The top 2 teams will go to the winners bracket. The third place team will move on to the third round of lower bracket. So there's going to be a fifth or a first round or fifth round, whatever you want to call it, however they're doing it. There's going to be the round where the top 4 teams are playing, or excuse me, the bottom 4 teams from the open bracket are playing. Then there's going to be another round where they're going to play the 4th place teams from the pool play. They're going to drop in. And then the 3rd place teams in these pool players, they're going to be right there. So it's a little confusing. If I had a bracket, I'd show you. But again, it's traditional stuff here. We'll get more into detail as this event starts to kick off later on in the year. Now, let's talk about championship bracket. Ultimately, a 24-team double elimination bracket style winner takes home the lion's share of the $250,000 starting prize. It's pretty easy to understand. The person who wins the tournament is going to win most of the money. But again, we need to see how it's distributed. I don't think anything in here shows where it's distributed. So free-for-all. Once the open bracket has concluded, we will be hosting a free-for-all tournament with the $5,000 prize pool open to all of those intended. Pretty cool. This is something I would do. I'm a big 1v1 free-for-all guy. I've always been that way in every game. I like to depend on myself. More importantly than anything else, I believe in myself a lot. You know, I believe in what my skills are, the practice that I put in, and a lot of people feel that way. This is a way for you to get into that action and play. This is going to be everybody, right? So this is going to be pros, non-pros, amateurs, scouts, coaches, everybody going to be playing this. So you best believe I'm going to be in this. So again, we're going to be competing in that free-for-all for sure. 1v1s, free-for-alls, that's my bread and butter. So get ready for that. Moving on, general admission 3-day tickets, $50. Really all you have to know, and access to compete in the free-for-all tournament. So $50, you know, not bad. Not the craziest. I've literally seen $80, $100 tickets for Call of Duty and Halo before, so nothing too crazy. VIP 3-day tickets, early entry to venue, dedicated entry line, you know, all the good stuff. VIP lounge, early access to the free-for-all competition, you know, basically just whatever. VIP. And there's partner team codes where you get 10% off. So you got FaZe, Envy, Space Station. Personally, me, probably going to use Envy's, depending on what happens. But again, I'll keep you guys updated. Team passes will go on sale November 17th. So for those of us who are going to be competing or coaching or whatever, however you're going to do your stuff, November 17th for the open bracket is when it's going to be there. So that's when I'll have to make a decision and get that. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. And then refund policy, as mentioned above, circumstances during the pandemic are ever changing. For the HCS Kickoff Major, we will have a full refund in the case of the event being canceled or if spectators will no longer be allowed. All right. So that's basically all we have today for the HCS news. You guys can go read all of this. I basically gave you a rough breakdown of everything. We finally have news. We're getting close, man. We're getting so close. I am excited. I really am excited. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you as excited as me for these tournaments? I'm a big Halo guy. Really, when it feels good and the game is absolutely like a classic Halo. I really enjoyed playing Infinite. I talked about it yesterday. You guys can go check that out and get all my breakdowns and my review on the esports side of Halo Infinite. Again, I will be competing, coaching, most importantly. As far as the free-for-all, I will compete in that. Obviously, duh, why not? And then I will definitely do my best to be there coaching. That is my job. And what I want to do is coach in Halo Infinite. Being an FPS guy and just being a part of Halo for all these years, I want to get back into Halo. And that's what I want to do. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you going to be attending this event? Are you excited for this event? How do you feel about the protocols? Again, don't get into the whole medical situation. Look, I don't want to know anything about you. Just let me know, do you agree or do you disagree with it? Again, it's always open for discussion with everything that goes on. I don't want to talk politics. I don't want to talk medical situations. Keep that out of my comment section. End of story. We talk about that on some other platform at some other time. I'm done feeding into that. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. As always, bless up. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I can get a VOD review up. I was supposed to drop a VOD review today for Valorant and then maybe do an Apex VOD review, but for some reason I just can't even get anything together because there's news just coming out. I'll try my best to be better. But again, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.